What's your take on convenience? Because there's a battle which goes on LinkedIn and Twitter specifically that people in India don't pay for convenience.
Yeah, I think
people are okay to wait, people are okay to try 10 different websites, people are okay to just go here and there.
So I think it's overgeneralizing. India has just got shades and shades and shades of consumer.
Okay.
It's not like there's one consumer who won't pay for convenience or there's one consumer who will.
Mm-hmm.
As you've seen it yourself, there's always a premium brand or there's always a premium customer who puts more value to convenience and therefore will pay for convenience. And then there's shades that comes down to the other end where person is so time rich, will spend 1 hour seeking the best deal, coupon lagayenge. That happens. It's not only India. It actually happens everywhere. यार यूएस में हमने देखा नहीं कि वो लोग कूपन्स निकालते हैं, स्पेशली रिटायर्ड पीपल फिजिकल कूपन्स इकट्ठे करके जाते हैं. There's a very famous movie made out of it. I think Dallas Buyers Club or something. Really cool. People do all this kind of stuff, and people are really taking small this thing. So it depends how, to put it very crassly, how you value your time. To me, there is only one thing which is finite. One resource in the world, and I keep telling my kids that and my colleagues that, which is time. So where you spend your time, you must choose wisely, because that's the only thing. Is 24 hours for everyone.
Yeah.
And we don't know when your time's up anyway, but without getting too morbid, think about it. So if you value your time, you will pay convenience. If you don't value your time, आप वेले हो, आप कहोगे चलो यार मैं सारा टाइम ढूंढता ही रहता हूँ डेली सीख. So there'll be all types of consumers. You have to decide, even as a company, you have to decide where you want to operate. As a brand, you have to decide where you want to operate. You want to operate where people value time and therefore command a premium, then you better give fantastic service.
Yeah.
Or you want to operate at the bottom end where you're cheap. Walmart built it on cheap, right? And the physical Walmart. And it worked for them, but then you better be the cheapest. So it depends where you want to be.
No, very interesting. So what do you feel like now that this is India's time, right? Where should the young Indians should look to build businesses in? Which area? Like, do you feel like we should look for the customers who are time rich or the customers who don't have time?
Oh, it's a great question. And I'm always in favor of, I think a durable company, a durable brand which lasts the test of time will eventually win on experience. So yes, you can give incentives like people give for first time trial, induced trial, right? And classic, even in marketing, that's what we learned.
Reward mechanism, yeah.
But after that, if you keep on rewarding people for coming back, there's a problem. Then you're using a crutch, which is called discounting, which is the worst. So in our company, that word is really frowned upon. We do it, but as a last resort. If product people and youngsters are saying, yeah, we'll discount, we say, no, anyone can discount. Yeah, anyone can give that. That is like dropping your pants. Why? But give something which people really value and they say, oh, wow. And I'll give you an example. Like recently, now it's been about a year, we introduced Fairlock. It's a small, and I don't want to promote the company feature, but it's a great example of, just taking the fear away कि यार अभी price अच्छी है. बाद में अगर बढ़ जाएगी, then I'll lose out. So lock into this price with a tiny premium insurance model, but done for fares. If the price goes up, you don't lose anything. You locked in at, let's say, 5,000 rupees. Now the pricing has gone to 6,000-7,000. If the price goes down, you get that advantage. So it's win-win, but yes, you have to pay a tiny premium. Indians love that because they are saying, listen, there's a fear in our mind that prices will get very expensive when it comes to travel.
Yeah.
And it has happened in the past. Not so many will happen because we are still largely supply constrained. Like right now, post-COVID, people have gone crazy traveling. In fact, right now there's a fear of COVID. I was on a flight yesterday. I think less than 10% of people were wearing masks. Airport and flight. People now just don't care. They're sick, they're tired, they're done.
They're done.
They're saying, hope. And you're not going to hospital, fundamentally, right? So it's not life-threatening. People are saying, let's move on with life, kind of thing. So I think we have to realize again what customer wants, what you can do. And I would say always build a business on great experience. But also there's this word which we don't give enough value to, which is reliability. Can you rely on a brand? Can you trust a brand? So, we said trust. It's huge. And that takes a long time to lodge itself somewhere in the cerebellum, in the head. It has to lodge itself. कि यार मैं trust करता हूँ. After that, Indians are very loyal actually. Once they trust a brand, by and large, they will say, I want to stay with this brand here. They took care of me when there was a problem. That's huge. Now, you don't create the problem, but if you're there for someone, there's a problem has happened. I've seen people say, listen, yaar, I don't want to mess around and all. Kya hoga? 100 rupees bach jayenge, but I trust this brand because I can reach them. And that takes a long time to build and can be destroyed overnight. So the moment you start taking your customers for granted, poof, you're going to, beginning of the end, you're going to slide down. So build a brand, build trust, be reliable, be the brand that people, and you see the best brands around. Why do people go back there? Even if it's just fast food, even if it's just, comfortable shoes. I'm not even talking about high performance shoes. People will start going to brands which they trust over time. They're saying, yeah, this works. Shoes is a big one, right? Because there's a lot to do with comfort. I'm not even saying fashion wear. Fashion wear is a very different space. Game. I don't think I understand that well enough to even comment on it. But things where you want trust that they won't let you down. So insurance is right up there. Medical, then insurance, and actually travel is very much up there where people want trust because there's a fear in the common man, not well traveled. मैं एयरपोर्ट पहुंच जाऊंगा और कोई मेरे को कहेगा अरे ये तो आपकी टिकट वैलिड नहीं है. That's a latent fear. मैं होटल पहुंच जाऊंगा और कहेंगे ये रिजर्वेशन तो आपकी है नहीं. And I'm not saying play on that way, but please give them the trust. If I have booked with your brand, no way anything can go wrong. Airline systems are very sophisticated, so very rarely will there be an issue unless you have a refund issue and all. But you go to a small hotel, you can get bounced because small hotel systems aren't sophisticated and they'll overbook. Someone came in, they overbooked. So there your systems or your clout as a company with the hotel has to be such where you say, you can't bounce my customer. I have this agreement with you. Either you give a better room category or we're putting him or her up somewhere else and you're going to pay that and then we're going to pay more. Then the customer will say, if that 1 in a 100,000 chance it happens, say, okay, they still took care of me. And they paid me for the hassle, etc., etc. You have to build that trust. Otherwise, it's a fly-by-night operation.
So I was just telling, like, as a customer, even though I like to believe that I'm like a much evolved customer because I've traveled fairly good.
Yeah.
Right? And I keep traveling. Like every week I'm traveling. And still there's a fear. Because वो होता है और वो बढ़ जाता है. And it's platform cannot do anything.
Yeah, right? Because it's supply driven. We are an intermediary.
Exactly. It's not like...
And it's supply demand. The airline systems are very sophisticated. The moment things are sold, because it's a perishable commodity. So the favorite question or the most popular question I get from friends and family is, even uncles and aunts, the other day I'm meeting someone, they're saying, beta, ek cheez batao, aajkal itni price badi, because they're going to meet itni bad kyun gayi hai? So I always say that, listen, आंटी जी किसी ने ये नहीं पूछा कोविड टाइम में कि एयरलाइंस का क्या हाल हुआ है. बुरा हाल हो गया था यार. They were not only like were people not flying. See, they didn't have to pay for fuel, but they were paying lease rental. And plane ka second biggest cost for an airline, variable cost, is actually lease rental.
Yeah.
They didn't give back their planes, otherwise when it started, so no one cared. Similarly with hotels. So I said, this is their time. And of course it's demand supply. They're saying hotel tariffs are high. I said, the same hotels were dying. So I feel for them because we're in the middle. So I see my suppliers and I see my consumer. And this is demand supply.
It's a hardcore demand supply, right?
Perishable commodity, that seat's gone forever. Yeah. But every time, by the way, I get onto a flight, people feel very happy. Ye seatein khali hai. I feel a little bad because I know the airlines and I know that. So I check into a hotel, I always ask, what's the occupancy? I just need to know how's it been and all of that.
Thank you so much for watching Raj Shamani Clips. Please subscribe this channel because on this channel, we'll bring so many valuable clips from our podcast, some exclusive clips as well, which will help you become the right kind of leader and which will help you grow in your life.